strange situation. I played Times Square in New York City to 70,000 people. It was very, very recently, a couple of years ago. And I played Times Square with the full understanding that my mum had beaten cancer. Mm-hmm. So I went to New York and I had the absolute knowledge that my mum had beaten cancer. But what I didn't realise is that she hadn't beaten cancer, but she didn't want me to know so that I would enjoy that day. So I sang to 70,000 people that were fighting and survivors. And I remember calling my mum from New York and she was so happy. And the courage that she must have had to be happy for her son and not let her son know the truth so he would have a beautiful time hurts me more than anything these days, because the following weekend they had to tell me. Mm-hmm. She'd been given 3 months time. So I did another show to 100,000 people in LA, and so I remind myself, as tough as things may get, there are people that go through harder things, and there have been times when this journey has been probably one of the most lonely journeys I can't even explain how lonely it's felt at times. I'm not married, I'm single. I would love to meet my soulmate. I'd love to get married. But I'm like everybody else that says this, but I really don't want to get divorced. I want to stay married. And I want to grow old with somebody. And I do beautiful things, I love, I don't want to just be with my staff at Wembley, I don't want to be with my staff. I have 40 people who work with me now. And I want to sing to the woman I love, But I just, those things keep me going, like the thought of me giving up is just not an option.
Let's talk romance. Are you a hopeless romantic? And what is it that attracts you most to a woman?
I think what I'm looking for is the most important thing is compassion, and natural, deep-rooted compassion for life and for other people. I don't want to feel like the chick in the relationship. I don't want to be the only one, like you said, getting emotional over a movie, or if I see somebody that needs help, I don't mind saying, I'm finally, I'm not a hokey person in any way, but I give healing. I do healing for people, and I've had really good response to that in my life. My grandfather was a healer, so that's a very important part of my life now that I've never ever talk about usually. And I don't want to be with somebody who thinks, oh, you're giving somebody healing, like that's weird. I don't want somebody that doesn't understand the spirituality of my life. Mm-hmm. I meditate. I have Ganesha here. Om Gong Ganapati Namaha is Ganesha's mantra. I feel like I'm a very, very spiritual person, and I'm aware in a way that I can change the energy in a room real quick. And I never ever go on stage with even one inkling of ego, because ego is the destroyer of dreams. Ego is the destroyer of relationships. I think the problem I've had in my relationships is that the women that I've loved have had such incredible imaginations, and I always say, if somebody doesn't trust you, it's over. And if somebody you can't compete with somebody's imagination. When I go to London, I will FaceTime my girl the whole time. When I get home back to my hotel room, I'll FaceTime and keep it on. We'll fall asleep together. Mm-hmm. I'm a hopeless romantic, but I'm not going to lose who I am as a strong man, because it's up to you. Send the red love heart, and you know how much love that means. Don't send the blue one. You shouldn't have to decipher love. We've become emotionally constipated as human beings. Let's just love. We know what that level of love is. And then if you get married, or you get engaged, or you fall in love, then obviously then you know what that level of love is. All these little emoji-cons of, even with a kiss mark, with a love heart, kiss without a love heart, just send love hearts. And if somebody's not emotionally capable of dealing with a red love heart, that is a red flag that is not the right person for you. So I'm just, I just want to be free. I want to fall madly in love. I want to go on picnics. I want to go, to India on a moped and put a bandana on and ride and just lose myself in the world and lose myself. I have a very glamorous life, but I'm also a very simple man.
Love you.